Hey, Aquarius, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aquarius and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, partnered up, perhaps you're going through a challenging situation with someone close to your heart, we'll dive into all of the energies. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so it looks like there may have been a little bit of control, or you may have been in a position of control in the recent past here. This could be about authority, stability, trying to control a situation, or maybe you felt like a situation controlled you, Aquarius, but trying to gain control over a situation as well. So you may have been in a position of power to make a choice, to make a decision and move forward in matters of the heart. Because in the present moment here, April 2023, you have the garlic. And I like to see this because it means that there is strong potential, regardless of relationship status. There's potential here to be vulnerable, to open yourself up to love, whether you're looking for love or this could be within a partnership. If you are in a partnership, Aquarius, I am sensing that there could have been power struggles of one-upping each other or someone needing to have the last word. Now, it doesn't have to be a lover or an intimate partnership. It could be an ex-partner. It could be a family member, a child, a friendship. So I'm just sensing here that a lot of you are getting yourself and your stability in order, and there's strong potential to really attract what it is that you want in your life here, Aquarius. So whether you are wanting to heal or mend, whether you're wanting to attract a soulmate, or you're wanting to work out a situation and move forward in a brand new energy, that's coming in as well, because in the near future you have the eggs. This is all about a fresh new start. It is about a brand new beginning. So it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe the Fool showing up in your reading, a couple of pages, or even aces, because I feel like you've been doing the work, and I feel like there is potential here for something to take on a form of its own or take on a new level. But it's important to go with the flow versus trying to control a situation. And I just put out a collective video on control versus flow, so you may want to check that out. It is for all signs. I will link it in the description box below. All right, let's dive into your reading, Aquarius, and get to the heart of the matter. What is showing up? The sun. Beautiful. Finally, after a time of maybe a little bit of delay or a time of restlessness is the word I'm getting, there is sunshine, there's happiness, there's abundance coming in. Again, strong potential to head towards either a fresh beginning or a fresh energy between you and another person. The Sun card is a beautiful first card to have out here because it means that you are successful in whatever your goals are of the heart, right? Happiness and love and abundance, enjoying the company of others, enjoying your partnership. This is about you being in the moment instead of waiting for the rug to get pulled out from underneath you. Don't wait for or catastrophize the situation. Just enjoy being. And so many times we look at worst case scenario when things are going smooth. We think, can it really be going this good? Can I achieve and be in this state of happiness? The answer is yes, you absolutely can here, Aquarius. Now, some of you may even be heading towards more sunshine, or you may be seeing the truth of a situation and it allows you to finally get unstuck, or it feels like there's a shift in energy and there's a big potential for sudden changes in the month of April. Sudden changes that are going to lead to a lot of happiness. Let's take a look at the block. Even with this sun here, I feel like the block, not saying it's not going to be a challenge for you, Aquarius, but I feel like you will be able to see the block, and with the help of the sun here, you'll be able to overcome any struggles. 8 of Wands, this is that struggle of being stuck, right? It's enjoying the moment. When you have the 8 of Wands show up, the 8 of Wands can be about movement, sudden change. You may be feeling like it is outside of your comfort zone to feel this happy, especially for those of you who have been brought up in a tumultuous situation, or if you've been in a relationship that's been so iffy or back and forth, or if you just haven't had the stability that you've wanted when it comes to matters of the heart. Something is coming in quick here, and it may kind of knock you off your equilibrium in a sense, but enjoy this bliss. Enjoy this moment of happiness. And this could be a new person showing up here for you, but the Eight of Wands is some sort of a delay that you are moving forward out of. Okay, you're moving out of a delay, but you may not believe that it's possible or that it's shifting. And that's what I felt with the Sun. So believe in your luck, believe in your fortune, believe that things can change, because again, it's out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're not used to this much happiness, and you at times tend to catastrophize, self-sabotage. Do I deserve this? Am I worthy of this? What could go wrong? When is it going to be pulled out from underneath? Don't do that, Aquarius. If you normally do, try to be aware that you are the energy of love and that this happiness is your birthright. That you don't have to wait for that shoe to drop. Just enjoy the moment. Let's take a look. Oh, and I put that one back. I put it back here, but we know what it was. It was that Eight of, wow, interesting. I put that in the deck, and remember what I said about your challenge? I said it doesn't even feel like a challenge because the Sun's going to override the delay, and I accidentally put it back in the deck. So to me, that means that some sort of delay is going to be fixed, or it's going to actually work out better than you thought it would. Okay, so I'm not going to find it and dig it out. If it comes out again, great. But in your foundation, you have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about celebration. It is about friends, family, community. It can be about abundance, a circle of kindred spirits, okay? I mean, there could have been an energy of going to extremes, excess partying, overthinking, overworking. It could have been you felt like a third party in a situation, or maybe you were, or there was a third party. But I feel more so this is about attracting the soul tribe that you crave, soulmate energy and love and family and connection and community. This is what's in your foundation. And even though things may have been a little bit stirred up for you in the past, I feel like you're bringing in this community, this connection, because that's what us humans crave, right? Yes, we're having a soul experience, but part of this human experience is to connect with others, to feel a sense of belonging, to feel loved, to feel seen, and to feel heard. And that's what's showing up here for you in your foundation. Let's take a look at the past. What's going on in the past for Aquarius? King of Cups. A lot of signs have been getting the King of Cups. I mean, this is a love reading, of course, but Aquarius, this is about you overcoming something that may have been a little bit difficult for you. It could have been hard to get in touch with your emotions. You may have felt a little bit cold, shut yourself off. It could have been someone who is untrustworthy. But what I sense you're doing here in the present and in the future is you are feeling and healing those emotions and letting them push through you and come out on the other side. So you're not storing those emotions within the body, creating dis-ease or imbalance. Okay, so this is emotional maturity. This is about leveling up. You've grown from a situation, because when the King of Cups is feeling in his power, he's very loving, very emotionally intelligent, and supportive as well. He's patient, he's compassionate. And sometimes they need to just take some time out to work through their own insecurities, their own traumas, and their own hurts. But when you heal the world. When you work on your stuff, you take responsibility for your own pain and for your own hurt, you actually contribute to the success and the healing of a relationship or a futuristic one coming in. So pat yourself on the back. If you've been doing the work, this is time for you to really enjoy this sunshine. Now let's take a look at what you are manifesting. What's coming into your world, into your energy, because you're focusing on it. What are you manifesting here? What's in your head? What do we have here? The Strength. Yeah, you are overcoming some things here. Absolutely. But take a look at that. The Strength card is all about vulnerability. And I've been talking about this in every single reading, Aquarius, and you're my second to last. And every time I do a series of the readings, as such as, love readings or career or monthly, I tune into the collective energy of all signs. Of course, I do them individually, and the cards show up can be different and the scenarios may be different, but the overall collective energy, I say, all right, Spirit, what do we need to know? What's going on with love in the month of April? And I heard vulnerability. It's important for us to take a look at the things that may be difficult to look at. And I feel like a lot of you have been doing that, but in the month of April, we're making leaps and bounds towards our healing. And I really like the Strength showing up here because you can see that her hand is in the lion's mouth. The lion isn't mauling her, right? Why? Because there has been vulnerability, excuse me, which creates trust. And trust breeds vulnerability. It goes back and forth. It is a layer that stacks upon each other and grows into something that's quite beautiful, where you can look at your weaknesses and you can embrace them, where you can look at those strengths and feel compassion for yourself, because vulnerability is a strength, regardless of the myth of it being a weakness. Vulnerability is about you being able to open yourself up, take the greatest risk of all, to fall in love, to feel happiness, to feel joy, which you have showing up here for you. So embrace this, because this is about more compassion and more love and kindness. You're stronger than you think. You're more compassionate even than you think. So enjoy this happiness that it brings, because you've been working on yourself. You've been working on maybe a relationship or healing from something that may have been difficult, Aquarius. What's showing up in the near future? You have the Four of Cups in reverse, brand new opportunities. There is your opportunity here with this fresh start. You have a choice, as you always do. It's called free will, right? You chose to come into this lifetime and have these human experiences, but what you do with those experiences is your free will. Do you want to stay in a state of maybe victimhood, pessimism, or frustration, boredom? If you feel lack of inspiration or are getting impatient, it's important to reach out and open up, be vulnerable to new opportunities. You're being divinely protected, right? But also, this is about you taking that risk, going out there and dancing in the rain, instead of feeling like you are not part of the energy of love, right? You are love. If you look inside and you take a deep breath and you are able to really tune into that unconditional source that you are tapped into at every given moment, it's us, it's we who disconnect, right? That source, that love, that energy doesn't disconnect itself from us. We disconnect ourselves from it. Think of it as, a hose, a garden hose. And think of a crank in the garden hose, and we have that source is on, right? The water is turned on. So we are the hose that sometimes tends to put crimps in it based on experiences that we have here on planet Earth. And it's up to us to get that crank undone from the hose so that water can flow, because that water is always there. The water is always going to be on. So whatever crinks you have in your hose, you have new opportunities coming in here to take a look at it, even if it's challenging, excuse me, even if it is difficult. Even if it's an important conversation that you have with another or that you have with yourself, because there's a fresh new energy coming in here for you. And enjoy this happiness, enjoy this moment, because the sunshine here, it's shedding light on all of these things. It's shedding light on your strengths, your weaknesses, your emotional maturity, celebrations, but also times that you felt left out. It's shedding light on the opportunities that you may have felt like you've missed. I'm also getting this energy where someone may feel like they miss you. They may feel like you are the one that got away. Okay, Aquarius, they may feel like you are the one that got away. And yes, it may have been difficult to end that relationship. Maybe you had to do what you had to do and it brought you a lot more happiness. But sometimes, like they say, you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. Let's take a look at how you're feeling. King of Swords. you're cutting through some stuff here. You are getting to the root of the problem. When the King of Swords shows up, he's very logical. This is you, Aquarius. You are an air sign. This is you being very logical, not interested in games, not interested in fantasy. You don't want things sugar-coated. You don't want someone to tell you what you want to hear. You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The King of Swords can come across as a little bit aloof, a little bit blunt, but it's just their airy nature, right? It doesn't mean that they don't have a heart. It just means that they get straight to the point. They can be very blunt, and when they want something, they go for it, or they tell you what they want, right? This is about you embracing and stepping into your power, but making sure that you don't shut the heart down, but you stay open and you stay vulnerable, because that is what is going to be the biggest game changer of your life, Aquarius. The biggest game changer. It's going to allow you this fresh start. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in your environment. What's going on in the surroundings around you, Aquarius. 10 of Pentacles. I mean, Sun, 10 of Pentacles, fresh starts. This is beautiful. This is longevity, happily, not so much just happily ever after, but it is about you embracing the journey here on earth, right? It is the cycle of life. It is embracing the ups, embracing the downs, embracing the successes, embracing the failures. The 10 of Pentacles is about stability, abundance, building a legacy. It is about family ties. It is about your traditions and your beliefs, and you taking a look at what stability and what new traditions and what foundations that you've set in place, but also taking a look and seeing if you can heal some family wounding within your own dynamic. If there is a cycle that can be broken, and it starts with you, Aquarius. This 10 of Pentacles is healing any sort of family drama, because this basically is your happily ever after. And if some of you don't believe in fairy tales because you are the King of Swords here, then a fairy tale isn't necessarily going to show up for you, right? And I'm not saying, it's got to be rainbows and unicorns, because in every fairy tale, there still is, a villain, right? There's still something that happens, a challenge or a struggle or a setback. It's just part of the fairy or the tale, right? It's part of the story. So I do feel here that you can rewrite your story. What do you want that to look like for you? What kind of healing needs to take place in your family dynamic? What can you stop? What can you leave that legacy behind? So when your children's children or your family dynamic, your family tree, they can look back and say, Aunt or Uncle Aquarius or Capricorn, or Grandma or Grandma Aquarius, they did this or they did that. They stopped. They were able to heal the situation so it didn't get passed on and passed on. Some of you may have Capricorn in your chart as well, or dealing with a Capricorn. All right, let's take a look at your hopes and fears. What are your hopes and what are those fears? Let's take a look. Literally the card of anxieties, worries, and fears. You don't want to have those, of course. But what is the biggest fear? Vulnerability. Look at her. She feels naked. She feels like if she exposes herself, that all eyes will be on her, right? When it comes to vulnerability, we at times feel like if we let our guard down, and if people see our flaws, or if people see who we truly are, that maybe they won't love us. They will disprove us, or they will disown us, right? But it's not about who owns what, or it's not about the negative aspect, right? It's about seeing through the flaws and loving them anyway. But most importantly, you seeing your own flaws, because you are perfectly flawed. You are not broken, right? You've just gone through these human experiences, and you have these side effects, right? We'll call them side effects of things that have happened to you. And yes, maybe it made you feel insecure. Maybe that situation took a hit to your self-worth. Perhaps you were abandoned. Perhaps you were abused. Perhaps you were harassed, or you lost love. You failed at love, or you were deeply wounded in whatever way possible. Vulnerability is and can be a fear, but it is also the best and most greatest thing that you can ever do for yourself. So very powerful message here. Let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome? For some of you as well, with that 9 of Swords, it is the darkest before the dawn type of energy, and it can be about self-pity and despair. So I do feel like the fear is, feeling that despair, feeling like you're going to succumb to never having this light moment. It's showing up right here for you, right? This is about you embracing that, healing some sort of wounding, generational trauma, a cycle with your own parents or with your own children. This is about you embracing and healing, because when you heal, the world heals, like we said. And when you do not heal, when it is your responsibility to take a look at your healing, you project your pain onto other people, and that contributes to more pain in the world, right? We don't want to contribute to more pain. The world already has enough of it. So it's your responsibility to heal so that you put out that vibration of love and support, because that is what humans crave, that unconditional love, support, being able to be seen, being able to be heard, being able to feel a sense of belonging. Let's take a look at the final outcome for you, Aquarius. Final outcome. Four of Swords. I like this. Four of Swords is all about you doing the work, you doing the healing. This is recovery, relaxation, rest, and retreat. So kudos. You're taking some time down for yourself, right? Taking some time out, whether you are taking a little bit of a vacation, taking a weekend getaway. Okay, enjoy this sunshine. Allow yourself to recoup and recover, whatever that means to you, beautiful souls. Some of you may even have gone, or someone in your life has gone to a detox center, a rehab center, or this is a spiritual retreat as well. Whether it is, plant medicine, ayahuasca, it could be going and being with other healers as well, because you have in your foundation this Three of Cups. This is other like-minded individuals. So I do feel here that there could be some sort of trip or spiritual quest that you are taking in the near future. It doesn't have to be this month, but it's something that may be on your radar. Four of Swords is about self-love. It is about not overthinking, not overworking, and not ignoring the signs of rest or quieting the mind, right? Because we can obsessively think about a situation. This sunshine coming in is going to allow you to be present. That is the gift, to stay in the moment and to enjoy the bliss time of just blissing out, whatever that may mean for you, but in a healing, productive way. Okay, very, very powerful reading here. All right, let's take a look and get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the relationship message from the guidebook. What do we have here, please, for Aquarius? Aquarius, getting back into your power for sure. Stepping back into your power, but keeping that heart open and staying vulnerable instead of becoming bitter, because that's one of the things you probably hear me say often, and I'll always say it because we have free will, we have a choice. You can either let life's challenges, trials, and tribulations make you bitter or better. But the choice is yours and yours alone, Aquarius. You have two cards that fell out. You have here Fork in the Road, and you also have Treasure Island. Which choice do you want to go? Do you want to stay in your comfort zone, which we rarely grow within our comfort zone, and we sure as hell can't find the sun, right? We can't find the sun within our comfort zone. Sometimes that comfort zone is familiar, right? Sometimes it feels safe, but we rarely grow. It's when we get vulnerable, when we take a courageous, brave step forward into a brand new direction, is when we can have our wishes fulfilled. It's card 9, wish fulfillment, right? It is about that treasure island. And that's the message I'm going to read to you, is treasure island. I'm also going to read the protection message of that one as well, just because some of you may be fearing the unknown or feeling that something isn't going to happen, or it's an unexpected shift that brings happiness, but you're not sure how to deal with it. This is about the law of attraction, bringing your dreams to fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if out of nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. Your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourself and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring great gifts and valuable lessons, so keep your heart open. And if you are single, then this could be a new person showing up for you. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. That's that Three of Cups. Celebrate love. Three of Cups is all about celebrating, it could be even announcements as well. The news of a birth, the news of a wedding, things of that nature. The protection message is this, for those of you that struggle with finding that sunlight. Poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough casts a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding love because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you have acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of love and abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance and love waiting for you to claim. I love this. Yes, this is about you having that free will, you having that choice. And I see here, Aquarius, you're going to choose love. You're going to choose to take a risk. You're going to choose vulnerability because you have this brand new fresh start that is right in front of you. And it's time for you to say yes. I love this. I hope it resonates with you, Aquarius. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautiful souls. Lots of love.